Armory disc golfers, welcome back to another video. In my hand, I have the PDGA's newest approved disc, the Meridian disc chasm. I'm excited to show it to you for multiple reasons, but I realize that most of you haven't seen or maybe even heard of Meridian discs, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to show you all 5 of them over 9 holes here at Research Park. And for each of these that I can't birdie with, I'll be giving away. I'm not too worried about that though, because I'm the best disc golfer that's ever lived. So we're gonna start with a 295-foot turnover with the Meridian discs straight. Drift over there. Just stay straight. Not worried a little bit. I do have a couple par 4s lined up over this 9-hole stretch, and if I birdie with 2 discs on a par 4, I'm gonna count it as a birdie for both of them. But if I bogey with a disc, then it's automatically in the giveaway pile. And to start, I need to make like a 35-footer. It's actually just inside. Oh yes, it's stuck. Safe for now. Got plenty of holes to go. Just for the record, my plan is to birdie all these holes early and then coast if I have to, because I don't want to give my frisbees away. This is the ravine, and it's really been growing on me lately. It's got like a curved inner rim, like where the rim and the flight plate meet, and it's not as drastic as something like the MVP anode or anything like that, but it does definitely feel noticeable. I think it's really nice and comfortable. 5502, this should be a perfect shot for this. This is like 290-ish as well, I think. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, it needs to go. Just kidding, that is perfect. That is parked. My plan is to birdie everything. Best disc golfer in the world. It doesn't get much easier for that. So now we've got 2 potentially safe discs, assuming I don't do something wild and bogey with them. And for multiple reasons, flight numbers, profile, and another little interesting tidbit that we'll get to in a little bit. I have reason to believe that the ravine was modeled after an EMAC Truth. We'll throw them next to each other in just a second. Right now, I want to show you PDGA's newest approved disc, the chasm, on this next hole, because like I said, multiple reasons to be excited about that one. Let's go show you. So here she is, the chasm, 11.5, -1.3, Wraith flight numbers. I've heard that this run actually flies more like a Halo Wraith, which I'm obviously going to test out. Another interesting thing about these is this is the debut of Meridian's stock stamp. They've all had these miniature stamps. This is actually a Tour Series one. They've had these prototype Meridian stamps on them up until this run. And so they're releasing the chasm in a stock stamp alongside stock stamp tundras and straights as well. The plastic is worth noting because these prototypes have come out in this Jawbreaker Z Flex looking and feeling plastic, whereas this is their stock Claris plastic. They don't say who makes their discs, but they did say that it's not another disc manufacturer, it's an independent plastic injection molding company. So, unique plastic. It has that like grippy, without being like too soft feel to it. I think that they really did a good job with whoever they found to make these. Let me shut up and see how these things fly now. I'm gonna rip it on forehand and trust that it is as Halo Wraithy as they say it is. Oh man, I did not trust that disc. Now I'll throw a Halo Wraith, and I'll throw this one a little farther left so I don't smack into a tree. Just kidding, I'm gonna throw it the exact same because I'm such a good reviewer that I wanna show you consistent flight from disc to disc. Like I said, best disc golfer in the world, and those flights, one throw sample, looked really similar to me. It is a good thing that I'm the best disc golfer ever because we've got 230 feet, low ceiling, island green to save birdie here and to secure the chasm and the Meridian discs tundra. This is 2401. This is a P2 clone. If you like throwing Sky Gods, you're really gonna like this thing. And if you really like throwing Sky Gods and you like throwing these things, another cool thing about Meridian is they're insanely cheap. They're like $16.99, $15.99, something like that, which is kind of wild, especially for as high quality of discs as I feel like they are. We're gonna toss this guy on a little bit of anhyzer and trust it to do putter things. This is not my favorite kind of disc, but I know that people like this sort of slot. Oh, drift. Oh, stick on the grass. Oh boy. All right, well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. And I guess that good news and bad news depends on who you are, because the disc is not lost. I am out of bounds, and so now I'm putting for par. So for those of you who want a tundra and or chasm, I now have to make like, I don't know, 35, 40 foot putt to save it. The bad news for you is I'm still the best disc golfer ever, so I'm about to can this thing. I'm gonna go like straight in line with where I went out. It's like right there, and it's also like edge of circle. I could probably jump this. I'm not going to. I'm gonna stand still, sink it. Bang. Dang it.
I'm about to can this thing.
Dang it. All right, well, tundra and chasm, both in the giveaway pile. This was supposed to be locking down 2 of them. Not losing 2 of them. Absolutely tragic. I can't tell you the last time I bogeyed that hole, but of course, if there's 2 discs on the line, dadgummit. This is the current. This is a C-Line FD in Jawbreaker Z Flex plastic, essentially. And if that doesn't sound like an awesome disc to you, I don't know what to tell you. 7.5, -1.1, pretty true to flight numbers. I really like this disc. As soon as I can get my vat of orange dye to plop this sucker into, this is going to go into my bag, and hopefully I can show you why. Jump. Yeah, that's why right there, because I can hit pieces of dirt and skip off of them. And if you think for a second that throwing it into this random hard packed piece of ground isn't my play to skip to the edge of circle on this hole, I don't know what to tell you. I do know to tell you that you need to comment down below and let me know if you're throwing a tundra or a chasm-like disc. And I'll pick a comment down below and give hopefully just those 2 discs to you. I'm about to go make, oh gosh, a 40-footer to save birdie on my current up here. I keep saying that I have edge of circle putts, but this one legitimately is outside the circle, and I'm jump putting it. Complain in the comments if you want to. My channel, my rules, my foot faults. Say what you want. My current, son of a gun, that is my disc. We've got a 617-foot par 4 behind us. This is the Claris plastic chasm. This is unreleased. It is the slate plastic chasm, and I just realized Claris C-Line Champion slate S-Line star, because this is essentially their star plastic. I don't know if they did the C and the S thing intentionally, but I kind of hope that they did, because that'd be pretty cool. Apparently we're not going to be seeing slate for a couple months, but I am excited about it. I'm going to hit this sucker hard on Anheuser and see how long it holds. Man, not not very long. That's actually going to be in a really good spot for this hole, I think. That thing is stable. For comparison, the slate plastic, yeah, goodness grief. That sucker got out there. Much different stability. Similar to what you would expect from like a Champion Star. Difference in plastic types though. Screw it. I'm throwing a Star Destroyer. Yeah, man, I tell you what. The Claris plastic flies like a Halo Destroyer. Like, that is a stable disc. It's interesting. What's also interesting, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my chasm, it's just to the left of this tree over here, are the owners of Meridian discs. Peyton Mansell owns Big Country Beef Jerky, which does a lot, especially in the Texas region. You've probably seen them some on the DGPT. The other owner is Josh Hofstra, who's most well known for his work at Lone Star. And if you recall, whenever Josh left Lone Star, there was hubbub in the disc golf community about DD picking him up or Discmania picking him up and like where he should go next. He and Peyton decided to brave the unknown, if you will, and start Meridian. And that's why I mentioned earlier that I think the EMAC Truth was like the basis of the design of the Ravine, because Josh has been very vocal about EMAC being his disc golf hero. I will say, just to be fair, Josh has said that the Ravine was not modeled after the EMAC Truth, but they're very similar profiles. They have slightly different hand feels to them, but I just think that that's an interesting little tidbit. Well, like I said off the tee, this is a pretty ideal spot to be in, just to the left of this tree, because now I have this nice tunnel to throw down, downhill. Really a perfect spot for the Ravine. I'm gonna lead off with that. Gotta be a little careful with my footing. Nice glide, pushing fade. I don't know if it quite cleared that rough stuff. I'm gonna do my best to throw the EMAC the exact same. Oh. Okay, no, I believe Josh. The EMAC is definitely, again, used but not abused. It's in pretty good shape. And it's definitely got more rightward drift to it than the Ravine does. I actually think the Ravine is more like a flat-topped Prodigy Archive. I'm trying to think of something else that falls in that category. I'm sure I'll probably put something, 1 or 2 discs up here. But again, really comfortable to hold. I really like throwing that. Well, we didn't quite clear the rough stuff, but that is okay because I haven't lost an ounce of confidence in the fact that I'm the best disc golfer in the world. So I'm just gonna come over here, oh man, and sink this putt Heimberg style. That's so easy. Oh my gosh. I might actually have to do that. The Tundra needs some redemption. The straight needs a little bit more love. 215 feet through a double mando here. Come out of it. Yes. Man, I did not trust the stability of that disc earlier, but that's actually perfect for this hole. And the straight, I wanted to start just at that left tree. Both of those, excellent choices for a shot like this. For the record, I think the closest thing that I have seen to the straight is probably like a Discraft Comet, just in terms of profile and hand feel, except, big except, that I have been pretty vocal about my lack of love for Discraft plastic in general, and I really like Meridian's plastic. -1-1, the Comet's a -2-1, but I found that Comets are typically straighter than their numbers would suggest. Do with that what you will, and I will start trusting the 4 glide on the Tundra, apparently, because this went farther than I thought that it did. Stay up. I need to trust 4 glide on a PA3. That doesn't even make any sense. We've got 3 holes to go, and I like showing you 2 discs at a time because 5 in 1 video really is a lot to look at. I'll throw the current again right here, straight up the pipe. This should be a perfect spot for it. I like that so much. Stay up in the air and go in the basket. Dang, Guardian tree. Got Guardian treed. Let's throw the straight at it. Man, I really did not trust the stability of that disc, and I just got stabbed in the toe with a twig. Twig Gate 2024. Only reason that I didn't birdie this hole, only reason I didn't park this hole, actually. I'm still gonna birdie it because I'm the best disc golfer in the world. Twig Gate 2024, 2 holes to go. I've only not birdied with the Tundra, but I also want to get just a solo birdie with the chasm. And I think the chasm makes the most sense here anyway. 330-ish feet, but it plays uphill, so you can pump this pretty hard. I also think that I can just trust the chasm nice and flat, even into a headwind. Well, I did not trust it out wide enough. Part of that, again, is hard to throw uphill, but that's like 25 feet, should be a nice birdie. The Tundra, let's really see this 4 glide in action. Again, I'm gonna trust it out to the left on Anheuser. It's shown that it has stability. I'm keeping my Sky God comp going with that. And we'll see if I can Sky God this thing to the basket. Thank you, headwind, just what I need. Keep coasting. Man, that's really stable. I mean, I threw that pretty hard into a headwind and it didn't turn and burn. It also didn't get there. Yo, I say that. This really isn't half bad. I mean, it's, like I said, it plays like 330 uphill, headwind, in the snow both ways. Not bad to have a 40-45 footer. Look at it, all things considered. I shouldn't have even putted the thing. It just said how great my throw was instead. This is fun. I used to be a straddle putter. Oh, that's why I'm not a straddle putter anymore. Still the best disc golfer ever, but I need a birdie with the chasm. I'm walking over here to hole 18, our 9th and final hole with Meridian discs. And I'm gonna say, I know that there's been a lot of new disc manufacturers come onto the market in the last couple of years, but I think that Meridian is really doing the thing. I'm really excited to continue throwing their stuff. I wanna see slate plastic come out. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Don't forget to comment as well if you went in on that giveaway. But I'm gonna birdie with the chasm. This is 380-ish feet, I think. And I wanna say, from a marketing perspective, if they had listed this at 12.5 -1.3 and said that it flew like a Halo destroyer, people would be losing their minds about it. They release on August 19th. You can grab it at armorydiscgolf.com. I'm gonna trust this into headwind over the water with Anheuser, and I know that it's gonna come back. Keep drifting, keep drifting. Okay, now just dig. That's a look. It is a look, but I love the current and I always like trying to get a fairway driver here. So here we go. Stay up in the air. Oh, stay up in the air. Stay all the way up. Yes. I am the best disc golfer in the world, so I was not scared for a single moment. Hey, thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna nail this birdie putt for the chasm, and then I'll see y'all in the next one. Best disc golfer in the world. First try.